yourself. Tell me your name, your grade, your birthplace, and the schools that you attended.
Hi, I'm Harrison. So I'm now 17, and I was born in America, Texas. But I don't have any memory of Texas because I came back right after 3 months I was born. But then I went back to study abroad with my mom when I was in 2nd grade. She went there to finish her PhD program, and so I went there with her also. And then after she came back, I continued to study at local school in Taiwan in 5th grade. So I studied in local school from kindergarten to 1st grade, and then went to the United States from 2nd grade to 5th grade.
Wow, you've had a very diverse experience. How did you hear about Baihan's SAT class?
So before I went to KS, I didn't really know about it, but I was kind of struggling in the local school system, so I decided to go to KS, and I started to learn all about the information about studying abroad. And my classmates were all taking SATs, and I've heard a lot of them were taking SAT prep class to increase their scores. And one of my friends studied here, and I've seen some improvements. So I think I wanted to come here to give it a shot and see if I could improve too.
So you've studied at local and international schools. Could you describe how you've learned English?
In local school, the English was really easy other than the grammar. But the grammar, they teach it in Chinese, so it's like American grammar, but in Chinese, and then you're learning about it in another language. So for me, it was a really big struggle. Didn't really understand much, so kind of didn't really enjoy English class in local school. But in KAS, it was a lot more different. We learned all about literature and literary devices, and it was pretty interesting to be able to learn more about English, other than just learning it in Chinese about the grammar.
Okay. How long have you prepared for the SAT? What kind of materials did you use in your class, and how did those materials help you?
So I've been studying for the SAT for about 6 months, and the materials I use are mainly prep questions prepared by Han, and just outside of class reading material. I recommend reading kind of newspaper articles because they're written by professional people, and those are the kind of articles you will be seeing in SAT test, and also to do your practice test over and over and over, so you get the hang of it.
What were some challenges that you faced while preparing for the SAT?
The main challenge was the grammar part, because when I started learning English, I didn't know anything. Because when I went to the States, I didn't have any background of English. My mom just tossed me to the school, and then you started from nothing. And the Americans don't really teach you grammar, so everything was all about how it sounded. If it sounded right, it's probably right, and that's how my mind was adapted to English. So when I'm taking the grammar, it's not about what sounds right. It's all about how the grammar rule works and how the grammar is supposed to be applied.
Okay. How did you overcome those challenges, and what strategies did you use?
So my main strategy was to just learn from mistakes. I did a lot of practice test questions from Baihan, and usually when you get something wrong 2 times in a row, you'll get it the 3rd time. 3rd time's a charm. So I recommend just doing it over and over until you memorize your mistake, and then you will improve the next time.
Okay. So think about your learning experiences in English at at your local and your international schools, what are the differences between the SAT test and the English test at your local schools?
The SAT test had a lot more literature involved and some really hard articles to understand. For example, they would find articles that was written by people from the 1900s or the 1800s, and the English changed a lot. So if you learn English now and you read the article from before, you don't really understand, and that was kind of hard for me. And the test in local school was pretty much just grammar and reading, and the reading is just from pretty much a child's book, so it was really easy for me there instead of the SAT.
What is your advice to international and local students who are either preparing for the SAT or currently preparing for it?
I would recommend them to find a cram school near them. I found Baihan to do a lot of practice test questions there, and then the teachers there can explain to you why and how you got this question wrong, so you can learn from your mistakes. And also just read a lot of outside sources, because unconsciously you're learning the English grammar and stuff, but you don't really know it the moment you're reading. And when you're taking a test, it's actually pretty beneficial for you to have read the outside sources.
Looking at your previous PSAT score and your first SAT score, how many points have you gained? What is your ideal score? And what is your next step to reach that goal?
So I started with a 980 from the PSAT, and I went up to 1130 on my first SAT test. I think it's relatively low for Asians, so I need to go a lot higher. My goal would be to reach 1400s the next time I take the SAT test.
As the Taiwanese Ministry of Education opens a channel for students to use SAT scores, are you interested in staying in Taiwan, going abroad, or both?
It would kind of depend, because I've actually liked the States kind of better than Taiwan, even though Taiwan is actually a really good place. And it depends on the benefits I gain from the Taiwan colleges and the United States college. But if I get a full scholarship from American college, then I'll probably prefer studying abroad than to stay here.
All right, so good luck to you. I wish you the best in all that you do. Thank you for doing the interview with me.
Thank you.
Hi, Vincent. Could you please introduce yourself? Please tell me about your birthplace, the grade you're in, and the schools that you attended.
So my name is Vincent. I'm currently in 11th grade. I was born in Texas, but I came back shortly after to study. I was in Taiwan until 2nd grade, where I went with my mother and my brother to the US. My mom was there to get her PhD degree, so we kind of just tagged along. And we spent 3 years in the US, which was pretty important for me. And then after that, I came back and studied in Taiwan. I finished my middle school in the local school of education, and then eventually went to KS.
So you studied at local and international schools. Could you please tell me about your learning experiences at both schools in English?
Well, to be honest, I didn't learn that much in local school English, since it was just way too simple. But in KAS, I actually learned a lot more things, since everything was at a whole new level. It made me see my potential and my weaknesses too, actually.
Okay, so how long have you prepared for the SAT? What kind of materials did you use? And how did those materials help you?
I started preparing for the SAT last summer, so approximately 6 months, and I've mainly relied on the practice questions and the previous SAT test questions. And for me, that's like one of the best ways to review since I like to learn from my mistakes. So like by knowing where I'll get wrong, I can focus on that part and get it right in the actual test.
What were some of the challenges that you faced while preparing for the SAT?
The biggest challenge was myself. Like I was just really lazy, and like at first I wasn't really trying to put any effort to improving it.
Okay. How did you overcome those challenges and what strategies did you use?
Well, to overcome it, like I had to see my PSAT score, and I realized that wait, like actually when you study for this, I'm actually not as good as I think. And then so my strategy was basically secure the math section since that part is easier, and then maybe grammar, and last the reading.
Okay, so it sounds like you continued to use your strategies and you persevered through all of it. So good job to you. Think about your learning experiences at your local and your international schools in English. What were some of the differences between the SAT tests and the English tests at your local and international schools?
The tests in the local schools were just way too easy. Like even like I could probably finish one in 20 minutes max and probably get it like 95% at least. But then like in the SAT, like I feel the time as a pressure. Like I know I might run out of time because like some questions are really hard, especially the literature and the speech ones.
What is your advice to international and local students who are either interested in taking the SAT or are currently taking it?
Well, that's typically very hard to study yourself. So I would recommend like get a place to like teachers to teach you to know the techniques to use to study. And I recommend by half as well. I came here and it helped me a lot, improved by like 200 points.
And I have another question for you. What is your current SAT score? What is your ideal score?
My current SAT score is 1400 exact. My ideal score will be somewhere around 1500s.
So what is your next step to reaching that goal?
I'm gonna try to get full marks on math and grammar, and then trying to read a lot more to improve my reading section.
Okay. And I have a final question for you. As Taiwanese Ministry of Education opens a channel for students to take the SAT and use the SAT scores, are you interested in staying in Taiwan or going abroad? Or both?
I would say both because there's good and bad on both sides. Like if I'm in Taiwan, like everything's just cheaper here, and like I'm in an environment I'm familiar to. So I might be able to like study better at first, but like in US it's more diverse. Like I'm gonna be going to a culture that I'm not familiar with, so it's gonna be hard to adjust, but it like also provide more learning experience for me.
Okay. Okay, once again I wish you the best in everything and good luck to you. Thank you for doing the interview with me.